Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you today that you are not just another individual in a crowd. You are a person with purpose, a person with potential, and a person with a calling. I want to speak to you about something that will shift the way you look at your life, your relationships, and your very existence. The truth is, there is someone who will reach out to you instantly, without hesitation, without delay. Now let's stop for a moment and think, how many times in your life have you felt that loneliness, that silence, the feeling that no one truly understands you? How many times have you waited for someone to reach out to you, to give you a sign, to give you direction? How many times have you felt disconnected, as though you are invisible in a world that moves at lightning speed? You are not alone. There is a call that is waiting for you, a message that is just for you. The world is moving so fast and many people are distracted, but let me tell you this, there is one who sees you, knows you, and is ready to speak into your life at any moment. It doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, or how far you've gone. He is ready to call you, ready to text you, ready to speak directly into your situation. The message is clear: you are not forgotten. You have a purpose, and I have not given up on you. This is a call to step up and step out. To stop hiding behind excuses, to stop waiting for the perfect moment, and to start living with intention. There is a message waiting for you to open, and that message is one of empowerment. You are not a passive observer in your own life. You are the one who decides what you will do with the time you have. This message comes not in the form of a text from a friend or a call from someone you've been waiting to hear from. This call and text are from a higher source, reminding you that your time is now. Every day you waste, you lose an opportunity to step into the fullness of your destiny. What are you waiting for? The truth is, when you align yourself with purpose, when you truly understand your role in this world, you will start receiving the messages that will guide you, the calls that will lift you up, and the direction you need. But here's the key: you must be willing to listen. You must be ready to respond. You cannot afford to ignore the messages that are coming your way. The call is instant, the message is immediate. But it is up to you to pick up the phone, to open that text, to hear the message clearly. He's not going to force you to read it. He's not going to demand that you respond. But the invitation is there, waiting for your attention. So today I encourage you to open your heart, to stop waiting for external validation, and to begin listening to the call and the text that is already reaching out to you. You have everything you need to succeed, to become the person you were meant to be. You've been called, you've been messaged. Now take action. Your future is calling. Will you answer? Let today be the day that you recognize the call and begin moving forward with confidence, knowing that you are not alone. Every step you take, every action you make is guided by the power of that message that's already on its way to you. Take it, embrace it, and move forward. Your time is now. You are not alone. It's easy to feel isolated in this world, surrounded by noise, distractions, and an overwhelming pace of life. Often we are busy trying to keep up with everyone else, trying to measure up, comparing ourselves to the lives of others, wondering why things don't seem to be moving as fast as we hoped. And in those moments of comparison, we can forget that we are not isolated in our struggles, our challenges, and our pain. The truth is, you were never meant to walk this journey alone. Despite the feelings of loneliness or disconnection, there is always a presence in your life that is right there beside you, watching over you, encouraging you, and guiding you. When you feel like no one understands, or when the world feels too big and overwhelming, remember this: you are not forgotten, and you are not alone. The notion of being alone is something we all grapple with at some point in our lives. It's a powerful force that can make us feel as if we are isolated on an island, disconnected from everything that gives us meaning. We think of the times we've struggled, and perhaps we've asked ourselves, why does it feel like I'm facing this all by myself? Why does no one seem to understand what I'm going through? But let me tell you this: your feelings of isolation are not a reflection of the truth. They are just a temporary perception that you have created in your mind. The world may seem like it's moving at a fast pace, and sometimes it feels like everyone around you has it all figured out, but deep down, everyone is struggling with something. You are not alone in this. There's a deeper truth that we must recognize. You are not alone because there is a constant, unwavering presence in your life that never leaves you. No matter what you're facing, no matter what challenges are on the horizon, you are always connected to something greater than yourself. That presence is available to you at every moment, just waiting for you to acknowledge it. It is in the quiet moments of reflection, in the stillness of your thoughts, and in the whispers of your heart that you will realize that you are supported and loved, even when you feel disconnected from others. Many of us are searching for validation from people around us. We look for signs of love, affection, and recognition from those we admire or care about. We think that if we can just get someone to notice us or understand us, then we will feel less alone. But the truth is, the validation you seek from others will never bring the peace and fulfillment you're really craving. The real connection, the true validation, comes from understanding that you are not alone in the deepest sense of the word. You are always connected to the infinite source of life, the one who created you and who has a unique and powerful purpose for your life. When you begin to internalize this, you start to find peace in the fact that you are never truly alone, no matter what happens around you. At times, the struggles you face may feel overwhelming. You may have days where it feels like no one truly understands you, where you can't seem to find the words to express the weight on your heart. You may feel like no one sees the sacrifices you make, the pain you carry, or the battles you fight in silence. You may even question your worth, wondering if anyone notices the effort you put into everything you do. But I want you to hear this truth: someone is always watching. Someone sees you. Even in your moments of solitude, you are not unnoticed. There is a higher power that knows the deepest desires of your heart, the struggles you face, and the unique challenges that only you can handle. In a world where we're encouraged to be strong and to carry our burdens on our own, it's easy to forget that there is strength in acknowledging that we don't have to walk alone. In fact, it is in those moments of vulnerability, when we admit our need for help, that we tap into a power greater than ourselves. This is not a power that is far removed from us, but a power that is with us every day. It's in the wind that blows across your face, in the gentle whispers of your thoughts, and in the peace that comes after moments of quiet reflection. This power is not just external, it is deeply embedded within you, in the very core of your being. You are never alone, because the source of life itself is always with you. Too often we spend our lives chasing after external validations, trying to fill the void within with things that ultimately do not satisfy. We believe that if we can just have the right relationships, the perfect job, the ideal circumstances, we will feel complete. But the truth is, the completion you seek will never come from external sources. It comes from within, from understanding that you are inherently worthy and that the love and support you are seeking are already present in your life. The call that you long to hear, the message that you wait for, is already here, waiting for you to acknowledge it. You do not need to seek it out in the form of a phone call or a text message from someone else. It is right here, within you, always available. Many times we place the responsibility of our happiness and fulfillment on others, expecting them to be the source of our peace. But in reality, the key to your peace lies in recognizing that you are connected to something much greater than yourself. There is an infinite well of love, support, and wisdom that is always available to you. It is there, even when you feel abandoned or misunderstood. The key to unlocking this connection is to stop looking outward for validation and start turning inward to acknowledge the presence that is already there. The feeling of being alone often arises when we are disconnected from our true selves. We forget that we are unique, powerful beings with purpose, and we begin to measure our worth based on the opinions of others. But you are not defined by what others think of you or by how many people are in your life. You are defined by the infinite potential within you, by the love that is always surrounding you, and by the knowledge that you were created with a unique purpose. You are not here by accident. You are not here to simply exist. You are here to fulfill a purpose, and that purpose requires you to understand that you are never truly alone. In the silence, in the stillness of your thoughts, you will hear the gentle reminders that you are supported, that you are loved, and that you are capable of achieving great things. In those moments, you will feel a connection to something far greater than yourself. That connection is always available, but it is up to you to recognize it and tap into it. No matter how difficult life may seem, no matter how hard the road ahead may appear, remember that you are not walking this journey alone. The struggles you face, the battles you fight, the moments of doubt and confusion, all of these are part of a process that will lead you to greater understanding and greater strength. You are not alone in your pain, your joy, or your journey. There is an ever-present, loving force that is guiding you every step of the way, even when you cannot see it. When you begin to accept this truth, when you allow yourself to truly believe that you are never alone, you will start to experience peace in the midst of chaos. You will begin to understand that no matter what happens around you, you are always supported. The journey ahead may be uncertain, but you are not alone. You are stronger than you think, more capable than you realize, and more loved than you could ever comprehend. You are not alone, and you never will be. The call is instant. We often think that the path to success or fulfillment is a long, drawn-out process, something that takes years of hard work, sacrifice, and struggle. We believe that we need to earn everything, that we must put in years of effort before we can see any results, before we can feel that we have arrived, before we can begin living the life we truly desire. The truth, however, is that the call to your greater purpose, to your dreams, to your potential, is not something that comes gradually or after years of waiting. It is immediate, it is present, and it is ready for you right now. In life, we often place the power of transformation and progress in the distant future, thinking that one day, when the circumstances align or when we are finally ready, everything will fall into place. We think that we have to wait for the right time, the right opportunity, the right moment. But what if I told you that the call to change, the call to step into your fullest potential is instant? What if I told you that at any given moment, you could choose to answer that call and begin moving towards your purpose right now? The reason we struggle with this truth is because we have been conditioned to think that change is a slow, gradual process. We have been taught that we must endure years of struggle and sacrifice before we can experience success, fulfillment, or transformation. This belief keeps us trapped in a cycle of waiting, constantly postponing our dreams and desires, thinking that one day the right time will come. But the truth is, the right time is now. The call to live your life fully, to pursue your passion, to embrace your potential is already here. And it's waiting for you to pick up the phone. The call is instant because life doesn't wait for anyone. Opportunities do not sit around and wait for us to be ready. Opportunities are fleeting, and they are only available to those who are willing to recognize them and take immediate action. If you want to experience change, if you want to see your life transformed, then you have to act now. You cannot afford to wait for the perfect moment or for the conditions to be just right. You have to answer the call immediately without hesitation. Life is not going to slow down to accommodate you. It will continue moving forward, and if you are not ready to seize the moment, you might miss the opportunity altogether. The instant nature of the call is a reminder that everything we need is already within us. We do not have to wait for someone or something external to validate our worth or give us permission to move forward. The power to create change, to transform our circumstances, is already inside of us. The call is not a distant event. It is a present reality that is always available to those who are willing to hear it and answer it. But here's the thing, in order to hear the call, you have to be paying attention. In a world filled with distractions, noise, and constant demands on our attention, it can be easy to miss the call. It is easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, to become so consumed by the day-to-day grind that we lose sight of the opportunities right in front of us. We become so busy with our routines, with our obligations, with our fears, that we forget to listen for the call. The call is not a loud, dramatic event. It is not a thunderous voice or a blaring siren. The call comes in subtle ways, through intuition, through inspiration, through the quiet whispers of our hearts. The call may come in the form of a sudden idea, a moment of clarity, a deep desire to change or grow. It may come as a nudge, a feeling that something is calling you to do more, to be more. The key to answering the call is to be attuned to these subtle messages and to recognize them for what they are. When you hear the call, you must act immediately. The longer you wait, the more you risk losing the momentum that the call creates. The instant nature of the call means that you don't have the luxury of time to second guess yourself. You must trust in the wisdom of the call and respond with urgency. Procrastination and hesitation are the enemies of progress. They steal the power of the moment and delay the very change that you seek. So why is the call instant? Why doesn't it take years of preparation or struggle? Because your purpose is already within you. The call is not something that is coming from an external source. It is a reminder of who you are and what you are capable of. You are not waiting for permission to act. You are simply remembering who you have always been and who you are destined to become. The instant nature of the call reflects the fact that you have everything you need within you right now. The resources, the talents, the potential, they are all already there. It is not about waiting for the right moment. It is about realizing that the right moment is always now. The call is instant because life is meant to be lived fully right in this moment. It is easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you will start living your dream or pursuing your purpose when the conditions are perfect. We tell ourselves, I'll start working on my goals when I have more time, or I'll pursue my passion when I have enough money, or I'll make a change when the situation is better. These are the excuses we use to justify our inaction. But the truth is, the perfect conditions may never come. Life will always be unpredictable and circumstances will never be flawless. The call is instant because the only moment you have is now. The past is gone and the future is uncertain. The only thing that is guaranteed is this moment right now. If you want to make a change, if you want to move forward, you must act now. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is already here. You may wonder, how can I be sure that I am ready to answer the call? How do I know that I'm not making a mistake by acting now? The answer is simple. You won't always have all the answers and you won't always know exactly what lies ahead. But that is part of the process. The call is not about knowing every step of the journey. It's about taking that first step, trusting that the path will unfold as you go. When you answer the call, you are not committing to a perfect journey. You are committing to the process of growth, learning, and transformation. The instant nature of the call means that you don't need to have everything figured out. You just need to begin. The next step will reveal itself as you move forward. We often spend too much time waiting for the perfect conditions, waiting for someone else to tell us it's time to act, waiting for permission to pursue our dreams. But the reality is that the world is not waiting for you to be ready. The opportunities that are available to you right now are fleeting. If you don't act immediately, you may miss out. The call is instant, and your response should be just as quick. Don't allow fear, doubt, or hesitation to hold you back. The moment you decide to act is the moment the world begins to open up to you. Remember, the call is not something that is far off in the future. It is here right now, ready for you to answer. The opportunities you've been waiting for are already in your life. The time to act is not tomorrow, not next week, but today. When you hear the call, answer it immediately. Trust in the fact that you are already equipped to take the first step. You are ready and the world is waiting for you to step into your purpose. The call is instant when you answer. You have a purpose. Every single person walking this earth has a unique and powerful purpose that is meant to be discovered and fulfilled. You are not here by accident. You are not a random occurrence in the vastness of the universe. You are a part of something much bigger than yourself, and there is a divine reason for your existence. That purpose is woven into the fabric of your being. It exists within you, and it calls you forward in ways you may not yet fully understand. It is a journey, one that requires courage, clarity, and an unwavering belief that you were created for something significant. Too often, people get lost in the noise of life, caught up in the demands, distractions, and pressures that surround them. They forget about their purpose, or worse, they doubt its existence altogether. The world can be overwhelming, and it can make you feel as if you are just another face in the crowd, a small part in a much larger and uncontrollable system. But let me remind you, you are not just a face in the crowd. You are not just a cog in the wheel. You are a unique individual with gifts, talents, and potential that no one else on this planet possesses. There is something that only you can do, something that only you can contribute, and your purpose is calling out for you to step into it. The search for purpose often begins with the question, why am I here? This question is one of the most profound inquiries a person can ask. It comes from a deep desire to understand the meaning of life and the reason for one's existence. But the answer is not always easy to find. And the journey to discovering that purpose can be long and uncertain. For many, the road to purpose is not a straight line, but a winding path full of twists and turns. Along the way, you may encounter obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt, but do not be discouraged. These challenges are not signs that you are on the wrong path. They are part of the process. They are opportunities for growth, for learning, and for becoming the person you were always meant to be. You are constantly evolving. The process of discovering and fulfilling your purpose is not something that happens overnight, nor is it a destination that you can reach with one single step. It is a journey, one that unfolds over time. The experiences you have, the challenges you face, the people you meet, they all play a role in shaping you into the person you are meant to become. Each day is an opportunity to learn more about yourself, to tap into your potential, and to move closer to your purpose. It is not a race, and it is not something that needs to be achieved immediately. The key is to keep moving forward, one step at a time, trusting that you are exactly where you need to be. There is a deep intrinsic connection between purpose and passion. Your purpose is closely tied to the things that excite and inspire you. It is linked to the activities, the pursuits, the causes, and the people that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you are in alignment with your purpose, life becomes effortless. You feel energized, motivated, and focused. You wake up each day with a sense of excitement and anticipation, eager to contribute to the world in your own unique way. The things you are passionate about are often the very things that point you toward your purpose. When you engage in activities that light a fire within you, you are tapping into something that is both personal and universal, your soul's calling. But discovering your purpose is not always a straightforward process. Sometimes you may feel lost or uncertain about the direction you should take. You may ask yourself, what am I meant to do with my life? Or why does everything seem unclear? These moments of doubt and confusion are natural. It is during these times that you must be patient with yourself. You must trust that the answers will come. The more you listen to your inner voice, the more you will begin to understand the direction in which you are meant to go. Your purpose is not a fixed point in the distance. It is something that is constantly evolving with you. It is a reflection of who you are becoming, and who you are always meant to be. Another important aspect of discovering your purpose is understanding that it is not solely about you. Your purpose is not just about achieving personal success or finding happiness for yourself. It is about using your gifts, talents, and experiences to make a positive impact on the world around you. Your purpose is bigger than you, and it is connected to the lives of others. When you embrace your purpose, you are not just fulfilling your own potential, you are contributing to the greater good. Your purpose has the power to influence, inspire, and uplift those around you. It has the potential to create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate circle of influence. The more you align with your purpose, the more you will find yourself reaching out to others, helping them, supporting them, and encouraging them to fulfill their own purpose. Sometimes we think that our purpose must be something grand or extraordinary. We believe that to have a significant purpose, we must do something monumental, something that will change the world in a dramatic way. But that is not necessarily the case. Your purpose does not have to be defined by fame, wealth, or recognition. It may be as simple as being a loving parent, a compassionate friend, a dedicated teacher, or a supportive community member. The value of your purpose lies not in its size or scope, but in its authenticity. Your purpose is meaningful simply because it is yours. It is not about comparing your journey to others or measuring your success against external standards. It is about staying true to who you are and doing what feels right for you. The beauty of purpose is that it transcends circumstances. It is not dependent on external factors like the state of the world or your current situation. Your purpose is a constant and unshakable force that remains within you, regardless of the challenges you face. It is not something that can be taken away or lost. Even in the most difficult times, your purpose is still there, waiting for you to reconnect with it. When life feels uncertain, when you face obstacles, or when you encounter failure, remember that your purpose remains intact. It is always there, and it will continue to call you forward, no matter how far off track you may feel. One of the most empowering aspects of purpose is that it provides clarity and direction. When you know what your purpose is, everything in your life becomes clearer. You begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You begin to make decisions that align with your values and your vision. Your purpose helps you prioritize what truly matters and filter out distractions. It guides you in making choices that bring you closer to your goals and your dreams. The more connected you are to your purpose, the more you will feel confident in the decisions you make. It becomes your compass, pointing you in the direction of your highest potential. There will be times when the journey to discovering your purpose feels lonely or uncertain. You may question whether you are on the right path or if you will ever find the clarity you seek. But I encourage you to stay the course. Even in moments of doubt, remember that you have a purpose, and that purpose is waiting for you. It is not something that will elude you forever. The more you tune into your intuition, the more you will begin to hear the whispers of your purpose calling you. Trust yourself. Trust the process. You are not alone on this journey. The universe is conspiring to help you fulfill your purpose, and everything you need will come to you in its time. Keep moving forward, keep listening to your heart, and never lose sight of the fact that you have a purpose, one that is uniquely yours and ready to be discovered. You must respond. Life demands a response from you. Every day you are called to act, to engage, to make decisions that will shape the course of your existence. The world around you, with its opportunities, challenges, and uncertainties, will not wait for you to decide whether or not to participate. It presses upon you, urging you to step into action. The question is not whether life will call you, because it will. The question is, how will you respond? Will you rise to the occasion, or will you remain passive, waiting for life to happen to you? The truth is, your response shapes everything. It determines your experiences, your relationships, and ultimately the direction your life will take. It's not just about reacting to circumstances, it's about taking ownership of your life and choosing how you engage with it. The call is always present, but too many people ignore it or shy away from it. They let fear, doubt, or complacency dictate their response. They wait for the perfect moment or the right circumstances. They procrastinate, thinking that one day things will line up and they will be ready. But the truth is, waiting for the ideal moment is a trap. Life does not wait for perfection. It does not wait for everything to fall into place. It does not wait for you to feel confident or secure. Life moves forward with or without your participation. If you fail to respond, the world will continue without you. Time will pass, opportunities will be missed, and your potential will remain untapped. You must respond now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but now. Every moment you delay is a moment lost. The world does not give you infinite chances. Time once gone can never be reclaimed. Your response is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Every decision, every action, every step you take moves you closer to your purpose or further away from it. But waiting, hesitating, and avoiding action only keeps you stuck. You may be afraid, uncertain, or overwhelmed, but none of that matters in the face of the truth that you must respond. It's important to understand that responding is not about knowing everything in advance or having all the answers. It's about taking action in the face of uncertainty, trusting that by responding you will learn, grow, and discover what comes next. Life is not a linear path. It's not a script with every moment mapped out for you. It's full of twists and turns, surprises and challenges, but you have to respond in order to navigate it. You can't stand on the sidelines waiting for life to unfold perfectly before your eyes. Life isn't like that. You have to step into the unknown, take risks, and be willing to fail. It's in the responses to life's challenges that you learn the most about yourself and what you are truly capable of. Many people live their lives in a state of inertia, unsure of what to do, waiting for the right opportunity or for someone to tell them what to do. But that is not how the world works. Opportunities rarely present themselves neatly and conveniently. They come when you least expect them, often disguised as challenges, problems, or obstacles. The world doesn't ask if you are ready. It simply asks, will you respond? And it's in that response that transformation happens. If you stay on the sidelines waiting for the perfect opportunity, you will miss out on the experience and the growth that comes from responding in the moment. The more you respond, the more you learn. The more you act, the more confident and capable you become. And most importantly, the more you move closer to the person you are meant to be. You must respond to the challenges that come your way. Challenges are a natural part of life. They are inevitable. Every person faces difficulties at some point in their journey. But how you respond to those challenges determines your outcome. You can let challenges overwhelm you, cause you to doubt yourself and stop you in your tracks. Or you can face them head on, learn from them, and use them as stepping stones to your success. The choice is always yours. Responding to challenges doesn't mean avoiding fear or discomfort. It means moving through them with courage and determination. It's about saying, I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm going to keep going. You must respond to the call of adversity, because it is in those moments that you grow the most. The path of least resistance may seem easier, but it is the challenging path that will take you where you need to go. If you want to become the best version of yourself, you must face challenges, not run from them. You must respond to the opportunities that arise. Opportunities are all around you, often disguised as ordinary moments or seemingly small decisions. Too often, people overlook the opportunities in their lives because they don't appear to be grand or life-changing at first glance. But the truth is, the most significant opportunities often come in the smallest packages. A conversation with a stranger, a job offer that seems outside your comfort zone, a new skill that you're hesitant to learn. These are the moments that can change your life. If you don't respond, you may miss them entirely. But if you do respond, you open the door to new possibilities, new experiences, and new paths to explore. Don't wait for opportunities to come to you in the form of a perfect, clearly marked sign. Sometimes the most profound opportunities arrive quietly and require you to act in faith without knowing exactly how everything will turn out. Responding is also about showing up even when you feel unsure or inadequate. It's about taking action even when you don't have all the answers. You may feel unprepared, unqualified, or unworthy at times. But that's okay. The most successful people in the world did not wait until they felt ready. They responded to the call of their lives, even when they felt uncertain. They took that first step. And then the next and the next, and slowly through consistent action, they grew into the person they needed to become in order to fulfill their purpose. The act of responding builds confidence and competence. It teaches you what you are capable of, and as you take action, you begin to notice that the world around you starts to respond to you as well. The universe has a way of supporting those who are willing to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. You must respond to your own growth. You have a responsibility to yourself to develop, to evolve, and to continue learning. Growth is not something that just happens on its own. It requires intentionality. You must seek out the knowledge, skills, and experiences that will help you become the person you were meant to be. Growth demands effort. It demands time. It demands that you be willing to change, to evolve, and to step out of your comfort zone. When you resist growth, when you avoid the difficult work of becoming more, you are essentially telling life that you are not ready to respond. But when you embrace growth, you open yourself to endless possibilities. You start to see opportunities for improvement everywhere, and you start responding to those opportunities in ways that transform your life. Responding is not just about taking action in moments of challenge or opportunity. It's about consistently showing up for yourself and for your life. It's about developing the discipline to do the things that need to be done, even when you don't feel like doing them. It's about making the hard choices, sticking to your commitments, and following through on your goals. The more you respond consistently, the more your life will transform. Your response is not a one-time event. It is a continuous practice that shapes your destiny. Life will continue to call you, and the question will always remain, how will you respond? Will you rise to the challenge, or will you sit back and wait for things to change? The decision is yours. But remember, time is a precious commodity. You don't have the luxury of waiting forever. The world is waiting for you to respond. Your potential is waiting for you to step into it. Your future is waiting for you to take action. It's time to stop waiting and start responding. You have everything you need within you to move forward, to make a difference, and to fulfill your purpose. The world is ready for you. The question is, are you ready for it? Your future is now. The idea that your future is something that exists in a distant time far away from the present moment is a misconception. The future is not an abstract, far-off event that will arrive once you've done everything you need to do, or once the world is ready for you. No, your future is being created right now in every moment of your life. It is shaped by your thoughts, decisions, and actions, all of which are happening in the present. The choices you make today are the seeds of your tomorrow, and your future is the culmination of the thoughts, beliefs, and actions that you are nurturing today. In this moment, you are either building the future you want or delaying it. The question is, what are you doing with the now? Too many people make the mistake of thinking that their future is something separate from them, something they can plan for and prepare for, but it's not something that exists apart from their current reality. Your future is not a different place. It is an extension of who you are becoming right now. And the quality of your life tomorrow will depend directly on what you do today. The mistake many of us make is to get caught up in the cycle of waiting for a better time, waiting for the stars to align, or waiting for circumstances to be more favorable. The idea of a perfect moment that will usher in a better future is a trap that keeps us stuck in the present without any meaningful progress. Your future isn't waiting for you to be ready. It is waiting for you to act, to take control of your present moment, and to step into the fullness of who you are. You see, the future is a continuation of the present. And that means the choices you make now are the foundation for what is to come. If you are procrastinating, delaying your dreams, or putting off making decisions that will change the course of your life, you are actively preventing the future you desire from materializing. Each day you spend in indecision or inaction is a day you are contributing to an uncertain or unfavorable future. Every moment you hesitate is a moment you are depriving yourself of the life you could be living. On the other hand, every action you take today, every decision you make that aligns with your goals, every moment you invest in your growth is an investment in your future. What you do today right now determines how tomorrow will unfold. The future does not happen after a series of grand events. It happens because of the small, consistent steps you take in the present. It is made up of every decision you make, every commitment you honor, and every opportunity you seize today. One of the greatest misconceptions is that the future will be better, easier, or different somehow. People often think that things will change once they reach a certain milestone or age, but the truth is that the future doesn't simply unfold on its own. You have to create it. The future you are waiting for will only become your reality if you take responsibility for shaping it now. Your future self is created by the choices you make in the present, and that is both empowering and humbling. It means that you don't have to wait for some external event or perfect condition to change your life. You can begin right now. Your future begins with the choices you make today. You are not a passive observer of your future, you are an active participant. And every single decision you make, no matter how small it may seem in the moment, is contributing to the path that will lead you to your future. The way you think, the habits you form, and the mindset you adopt all have an impact on your future. It's not just about what you do, it's about who you are becoming. If you want to create a future that reflects your true potential, you have to make the decision now to become the person capable of achieving it. That starts with the thoughts you entertain, the beliefs you hold about yourself, and the way you see the world. If you believe that the future is something out of your control or that you are not capable of achieving your dreams, you are giving away your power. The future is not determined by luck or fate, it is determined by your actions, which come from your thoughts. Your future will be shaped by the quality of your thinking and the decisions you make based on those thoughts. Too many people live as though their future is something that will happen to them, as if it's a passive experience. But the reality is that your future is something you actively create through your present choices. The more you take control of the present moment, the more power you give yourself over your future. If you want a future filled with success, happiness, and fulfillment, you must start by deciding what you want and taking action toward those goals today. The first step is to recognize that the future is not a destination you arrive at after a series of lucky breaks or perfect circumstances. It's a journey, one that begins right now. When you understand that your future is created in the present, you begin to see the importance of every action you take. Even small, seemingly insignificant actions have the power to shift the trajectory of your life. It's easy to dismiss small actions as irrelevant, but every habit, every choice, and every effort adds up over time. If you are taking the small steps toward your dreams every day, you are building the future you desire. If you are waiting for everything to fall into place, waiting for the perfect moment, then you are missing the point. The moment to act is always now. There will never be a time when everything is perfect, and there will never be a time when all the conditions are right. The time to create the future you want is in the here and now. The longer you wait, the longer it will take to create the future you desire. It's important to remember that every moment is an opportunity to change the course of your life. Every decision you make today ripples out into your future. If you are not happy with where you are now, recognize that you have the power to change it. Your future is not set in stone, and it is not dependent on your past. The power to shape your future lies in what you do right now. Every choice you make, every action you take brings you closer to the future you desire. It's not about waiting for an external force to push you toward the life you want. You are the force that can propel yourself forward. The future is now because the actions you take in the present moment will determine where you end up tomorrow. Your future is determined by your decisions, and those decisions are always made in the present. Whether it's choosing to invest in your health, your education, your career, or your relationships, every decision you make today will affect your future. It's about taking responsibility for your choices and recognizing that they have a profound impact on your life. If you want to live a life of abundance, joy, and fulfillment, you have to start by making decisions that align with those goals now. It's not enough to dream about a better future. You must act on those dreams today. Your future is the sum total of your choices, and those choices are always made in the present. Stop waiting for the right moment, for the perfect set of circumstances, or for someone else to give you permission to start. The right moment is now. Your future is not a distant event that will happen one day. It's being created in every moment of your life. If you are not happy with your future, it's time to make the necessary changes today. The only thing holding you back is the belief that your future is something that will happen to you instead of something that you are creating right now. When you recognize that your future is now, you stop waiting and start acting. You stop living in the shadow of uncertainty and start living with purpose and intention. Your future is not a destination. It's the journey you are creating today, one choice at a time. The future is not coming to you, it's already here in the actions you are taking today.